Well, it will help business owners to be more open and inclusive in talking about disability issues within the workplace and doing all they can to support their disabled staff. It will help them to recognise the benefits of employing an inclusive and diverse workforce, and it will also help them to avoid situations where the employer does not know that an employee is disabled and thinks that they cannot do the job. Um, the advice will help them to find ways of supporting those staff. The advice can also help employers improve well-being and productivity for everyone. The advice signposts employers to specific disability organisations. Well, this is interesting. In supporting staff members, um, employers should seek to make reasonable adjustments where they become aware that an employee is disabled. And they should also protect staff from discrimination, harassment and victimisation. It's important for the business owner to bear in mind that not all disabilities are visible. There are invisible disabilities that you just may not be aware of. And so it's important to remember that, and that everyone is different, even staff with the same disability. You must take an individualistic approach to each member's disability in order to support them adequately. Support should be given in all areas of work. Accessibility, both physical and digital, including systems that are being used. Ways of working, perhaps thinking about flexible working or hybrid working. Working hours, including rest breaks, making sure perhaps a diabetic can take adequate rest breaks in order to get their food, etc. In looking at the recruitment process, making sure there is adequate accessibility when staff are being recruited, and the formats of recruitment, in using software and things like that for people with dyslexia, things like that. In redundancies and dismissals, taking into account that person's disability and why they may score higher or lower in a scoring process and things like that. Making adjustments in terms of sickness and absences so that the person with the disability is not unduly penalised. Looking at the business's terms and conditions, for instance, making sure that those people with disabilities do not suffer a detriment as a result of the general terms and conditions of the organisation. And these include things like pay and promotion. Also, when it comes to having training within the organisation, to make sure that the training is accessible to everyone, and that those with disabilities, there are reasonable adjustments made for them. And that also, when we're talking about work-related events, conferences, away days, that we bear in mind the issues of accessibility in that, and make sure that all staff are accounted for, in particular those people with disabilities. Well, businesses can read the advice online and can call our helpline. And also, Acas has a course on diversity and inclusion in the workplace, the essentials.